I'm delighted to welcome Andy Bennett to my show. Andy is best known for being in Ocean Colour Scene. He's also a talented multi-instrumentalist and singer and songwriter. And now, as a solo artist, he's got a fab new arrangement of Baby, Let Me Hold You Tonight, set for release on the 20th of August, which is also my brother's birthday. Andy, welcome.
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's lovely to have you on the show. Now, you've had such an interesting and varied musical journey, really, haven't you? How did it all start for you?
You know, it started when I was very young, at about probably the age of about 8, when my parents moved house, and I moved next door but one to a guy called Steve Craddock, who's in Ocean Colour Scene, and he'd just moved to that house next door but one. I used to look out the back of my window, my bedroom, and see him loading up his van, because he's a few years older than me, got a little band together, the boys, and I'd watch him go off to do his gigs. And then I met him and he used to show me his guitars, and then eventually he started teaching me on a Monday evening for a £5.
Bargain.
And bargain, yeah. And the rest, as they say, is history.
So he totally inspired you, and then you ended up joining that band as well.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you've actually played almost every instrument within the band too, haven't you?
Actually, yeah. pretty much.
So how did that come about?
Joining the band? I had my own band, and in 1998, when Ocean Colour Scene had released their the Marching Already album, that was a #1 album in the UK, and they set off on their biggest tour to date, I think, doing the NEC, Wembley, places like that. And my little band supported them on that whole tour, the whole arena tour. And also I got to play second guitar for them as well. While they were playing, I'd play rhythm guitar for them. And then when Damon left, I ended up joining. Yeah.
Fantastic.
In about 2003, 2004.
Yeah, so you knew them, then you were playing support, but then you were also continuing on then to play in the main band. So that's quite a busy old evening for you. Need the stamina there.
You can do anything when you're young. You can do anything.
Ah, you see, yeah. Well, look, it's keeping you young being a muso, isn't it? Clearly.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. And you've written some great songs, and you co-wrote one of the sort of the really famous songs as well, didn't you, in Ocean Colour Scene, the one about the jeans. And your writing process, I just wonder like how it happens for you. Do you are you all about the lyrics, or because you play all different instruments, I wonder what comes first, really?
You know, I spend a lot of time writing lyrics, actually. I wouldn't say they're lyrics, so they're just jotting down ideas. It might be 4 lines, it might be just 1 line, it might be 3 or 4 pages, and then they go in a drawer. And usually I rarely get to put music to them, but a lot of the time the music comes at the same time as the lyrics does for my songs, usually.
Right,
that's what happens.
Yeah.
But I do spend a lot of time lyrics. Yeah, right.
So you sort of, when these words and you just jot them down, is it through just like seeing sights, everyday life, just things that inspire you?
Yeah, all sorts.
Could be anything, I suppose.
Like that. Yeah, fights with the missus, something the kids might do, I don't know. Yeah, maybe a good meal.
Yeah, just being out and about or reflecting on.
Anything can spark it off. General feelings, but usually they are real feelings, I would say that.
Yeah.
Genuine.
I suppose then it becomes a more heartfelt song for you.
Yeah, quite, yeah. I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, and then it connects as well with the listener. So tell me now. So. Of course it does, yeah, definitely. What songs have you written that you're most proud of?
Well, I'm really proud now of the new album that will be coming out hopefully early next year. I recorded it last year during lockdown at John Rivers's place, which is called Woodbine Studios in Leamington Spa. But
is that where you're from originally?
I was born there. Yeah, I was born in Leamington. So I went back there to record this album. But the songs that are coming out on this album, I think they're the best I've ever written myself personally, and I think it's the best playing I've done. I think it's my best performance, and I'm very happy with it, lyrically, musically, and the sound of it. That sort of mixing and mastering of it, sonically, it sounds the best thing I've ever done. I think
that's personally so important as well, isn't it? That whole production.
It is, yeah. I mean, if it doesn't sound particularly great, it's hard, it can be hard on the ears. It's not nice to listen to. So no matter how good the lyrics are or the chord changes may be, if it's sonically not appealing, you know, it falls short there, you know. Yeah. But this time, I think it sounds really good. Sonically, it sounds fantastic to me. And I'm hoping that everybody else feels the same. Have you heard the new single?
I love Baby Let Me Hold You Tonight. Let's talk about that, because it's this is a song that you actually recorded a while back with a previous band, isn't it? But you've put your own spin on it now. You've made it more of a ballad. Yeah.
Well, I wrote this song quite a long time ago. I wrote this song when I was about 23, which was, you know, a couple of years ago.
Of course,
and yeah, I recorded it with the Elements, and it came out on Acid Jazz. And again, like, you know, we recorded it with the same guy, but we rushed that album, and it was done. I think it was too fast. The vocals on it aren't particularly brilliant. It was all a bit rushed, a bit hesitant, and then a bit hasty. Sorry. And then with this now, obviously, I played everything to my wife while we were in lockdown. She says, you know, you need to do that song again, because I obviously slowed it down to play it acoustically. And she says, you need to do it at that tempo. And I think she was right. And I think it sounds really good now. It sounds a bit more soul, a bit more soul-y, a bit more heartfelt.
Definitely. You know. Yeah, definitely. So tell me about the other songs on the album.
Okay, so there's a song called What's With Love. That's like the sister song to Baby Let Me Hold You Tonight. Another song like that. That's another love song. And then I've got some other songs on there. She's like telling all the cleaners goodbye now. See, sorry, I'm just getting distracted. They're all trying to shout in. So, no, there's other songs on there, brand new songs on there that I wrote during lockdown. There's a song called The Boy with the Troubled Soul on there. Yes. It's quite a heartfelt song. That's pretty good, I think. Have you heard the whole album?
I saw a little, I haven't been sent the whole album, but I saw a little snippet of that on your website, and I thought, it looks quite interesting. Yeah, and then you've got like some, you know, sort of a guitar one, haven't you, as well?
Right. Oh, yeah. Do It All for Love. So that's kind of a riffy based song, like going back to like paying homage to the Ocean Colour Scene thing, I think. Yeah. With that one. Then there's a song on there called what's the song called, love? That's the one that
Don't Let Me Down.
No, that's not a song.
Never Stop
Trying. Never Stop Trying. Yeah, that's one of my favourites that's on there. That kind of it fades in and fades back out again, I think. But it's that's one of my favourites. And when
what's
you hear
that about?
Well, it's it's about I've never stopped trying. I mean, it does exactly what it says on the tin, that song. So it's like I've never stopped trying to make the best of my life, not just musically, but in every aspect. Just trying to write the best songs I can write and be the best person I can be and live my best life, as they say these days.
They do say that.
They do say that, don't they? Yeah. So that song's pretty much about that, really. About how things don't always come easy, but if you try hard and do your best, then things will happen for you.
Keep going,
keep
absolutely.
going.
Just
never
keep
stop
on.
trying.
Never stop believing in what you love doing, and that's your passion. That's your truth, isn't it? But that's a different song altogether.
Yeah, it doesn't go like that.
No. You didn't write that one.
No, I didn't. I wish I had.
Wow, yeah. You never know. This might be just as much of a hit.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so, indeed. And it sounds to me like you've really sort of spread your wings, and you're just exploring and doing the things that really matter to you, rather than, you know, living your life on repeat, which perhaps you were doing a little bit more by sticking with, you know, Ocean Colour Scene and kind of doing the same songs and the same sort of tours, albeit amazing at Wembley and NEC. I mean, you know, that is amazing, isn't it? But
well, it was time to be me. You know, it's time to not try and step out of the shadows and try and become something of my, you know, something on my own, and try and make something of myself more, you know, as a singer-songwriter, as a front man. Yeah.
You are Andy Bennett, and you need to be heard and loved for being the solo artist, the fabulous solo artist that you are. Now, what's coming up for you? So I hear that you're coming to Northampton in November on tour.
Yeah, coming to Northampton in November. Where are we playing?
It's Daventry.
In Daventry.
It's Daventry.
Okay, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to come see you, and
Brilliant.
maybe we can chat again as well and see how you're getting on, and how all the music's going for you, and see where we are at that point in our lives, shall we?
Yeah. And, well, let's hope. Let's hope all this pandemic stuff's behind us by then. Let's hope so, anyway, or at least going in the right direction, because it's taken its toll on a lot of musicians, a lot of my friends. And, people's jobs, it's a terrible time, but what can we do? We can just keep living, trying to make it better, do what we're told, try and stay safe.
Yes.
And,
compliance.
Yeah, well, just for now.
Yeah.
We've got to get out of it. The only way out of it, I see, is just to, do what they tell us to do. I mean, you can try and fight it. And what's that going to do? It's just going to delay the inevitable, It's just going to delay everything, isn't it? So we've just got to try.
Yeah, we need to be sensible and let's hope, that things get back to the good old days before all of this COVID malarkey happened. But what has been brilliant is the fact like yourselves and lots of other amazing artists have used that lockdown time and that time they haven't been able to be out on the road to do something so productive.
I think everybody, a musician, we all did the same thing. Yeah, we all started writing more. I mean, the subject matter, we've got a lot to write about, there's a lot of things happening. So I think everybody's been writing about, in different ways, but the same kind of subject. Yeah. Yeah.
So, finding their own way to articulate it, I suppose. Who are your favourite musicians, artists or bands?
Oh, well, the Beatles, obviously. I love the Beatles. I think they are my favourite.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Have you recorded at Abbey Road before?
I've only ever been outside of, I've never been to Abbey Road.
You need to visit it. I'm visiting there in a couple of weeks' time. So they have their open house. Once in a blue moon, they open it up. So I'm going to have a little wander around and have a look at the studios.
Wow.
You need to do that too.
I will do one of these days. One of these days I will. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe work with Giles Martin. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Wow. Now, what's the plan for getting hold of your music? Where can we connect with you? Where can we find you?
Okay, so all the digital platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Apple Play, whatever it is, Amazon, you can get it on all of that. And then you can obviously get hard copies, which at the moment is just a vinyl of the first album I put out, Thinking, Drinking, Singing. There's a few vinyl left. So you can get through to my website, which is www.andybennettmusician.com. Music.com, she's telling me. And then Facebook, Andy Bennett Musician and Band. Twitter, Andy Bennett Vox, VOX, that is. Right. And then Instagram, which is Andy Bennett Musician and Band too, I think. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Or Andy Bennett Musician, yeah. So you can just get hold of me via those and get the music via those too. Yeah, hopefully the new album will come out. There'll be a limited run of the vinyl too, I hope.
Because people do like to still get that vinyl, don't they? The old school people love, the feel,
there's so much vinyl being sold at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I went into a big shop. I went into HMV. They've relaunched not far from where I live. And I went in there. I couldn't believe the amount of vinyl they've got in there. It's like almost back to how it used to be back in the day. I won't say how long it is, but
wow.
From what I remember from movies, from what I've seen from movies.
You don't know,
yeah, I wouldn't remember that.
No, lyrics and printed nice pictures, glossy photos, all of that.
Yeah, well, I love vinyl because of the art it is as well. The size of it, and you can read all the who's best on there. I love seeing who did what, who mixed it, who mastered it, who played what musicians there are on it. What instruments. I love that.
Yeah, of course, because you don't really get the same effect, do you?
Not with it. Sort of not with streaming anything. You don't, do you?
No, that's right. So when is your next gig?
Well, I'm playing a festival on the 18th of September with a band called Ilham Live, and that's near Manchester. So
20th and
that should be
21st
good.
of August in Temperance in Leamington Spa.
20th and 21st of August in a bar, Temperance in Leamington Spa. Are there any tickets left for that?
Very few now.
Okay, so there's a couple of tickets left for that. So if anybody wants to come, get your tickets now. Leamington Spa
Get it
should
before
be
they
good.
sell out. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Daventry.
And then Daventry, where I'll see you.
You will in Daventry, yeah, just up the road. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, thank
you ever so much for having me.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. And best of luck with Baby Let Me Hold You Tonight. It's a fantastic song released on the 20th of August.